Hello, my name is Khadija. I'm a poet, I'm a spoken word artist, and the poem I have for you today is titled An Ode to a Teacher. But before I proceed to reciting this poem, I want to share a little story with you all. So, when I picked my pen to write this poem, I just got reminded by something, a story actually. Back when we were in primary school, when someone asked us what we wanted to become, all of us just naturally said we wanted to become doctors, engineers, lawyers, journalists, and nobody wanted to be a teacher. And fact is, a teacher is one common personality that everybody has in their life. But society looks down on a teacher, thinking that it is only when I have tried everything and nothing works, and finally I have resorted to teaching. That's how, unfortunately, society views teacher. But a teacher is common in everybody's life. Growing up, I never had a doctor put me through my line, my field. I never had that. I never had a nurse put me through, but I had a teacher, and so does a doctor. And I asked myself, what would happen to this world if we never had any teacher? And the answer goes down to, we would just exist. None of us would live. Because existing and living are two different things. Existing is when you're just human. You wake up, you eat, you go to the toilet, you do all the human things that you have to do. But living is when you have impact on other people. And this only comes when you learn. Without teachers, knowledge would die with the founders. It won't be transmitted to other people. It will die right there. When the person who found the knowledge is dead, it dies with him. But because we have teachers, we can transmit knowledge through one generation to the other. Without teachers, we would not be able to have any identity. When I stood here, I told you that I'm a poet and I'm a spoken word artist. That is one of my identity. But without a teacher, I would not have any identity. I wouldn't even identify as being a Muslim or a Christian. Because a teacher, God did not come down to teach you how to practice your religion. A teacher did. He sent messengers, he sent prophets, and he taught us how to practice our religion. So it's so unfortunate that a teacher is the most important person that is looked down upon. And so when I picked my pen to write this poem, something like literally I have never really appreciated my teachers like when I started writing this poem. This poem is dedicated to all teachers in here, out here, and it goes like, my pen was full of gratitude when I took a sheet to write about that who has laid my foundation, a gift from heaven, with such big hearts, they continue to share and it never runs out. To stand here to speak is to recall all fragments of my being, to recall the chain that draws my past to my future and makes me me. They were like candles on a rock, burning knowledge and wisdom, so somehow we would always find a direction. Like a fertile soil, they teach every seed how to become a tree, nurturing and fueling with knowledge to explore a galaxy of their own. I wish this poem would do justice to explain how they carry the destinies of others in between their shoulder blades, crafting futures and bringing dreams to life. You could say their dreams carries our faces beyond the limits of the sky. To stand here to speak is to look back on the heroic oak tree in a forest that has stood its ground, passing out its nutrients and stretching out its branches to the sky to hold different identities. A doctor, a journalist, a nurse, accountant, lawyers, and a poet like I am. They taught us how to have a voice that speaks in silence, to become our own light in darkness, answering hunch brains with questions to create treasure out of nothing, and yet not there for the token, but for the life they have shaped in all colors of beauty and potential. So to stand here to speak is to conjure up memories of the many hands that shaped me, filling my vessel, even in my defiance. They create an atmosphere for us to grow. See, a teacher, they don't bend metals or shape them to become swords. They shape lives that will redefine what was known, to present to the world what wasn't, with eyes that could see beyond. They saw all that we are and all that we could become, even before we showed any sign. A teacher, a parent, a friend, I wish would get the appreciation they deserve for safeguarding the future of generation after generation, sometimes behind the lines of their tears, sometimes with the weight of their strength, other times they forced us, for they believed in us even when we don't to ourselves, turning our I can't do it into I will try and into I nailed it. They were there So to those who still say, those who can do, and those who can't teach, I wish to remind them of what a teacher makes, how they bury the fear in our hearts and help us find our passion. A teacher can make getting an A+ feel like a gallop of water, make us sit through classes and present the best version of ourselves, how they bring out the Albert Einstein in us, growing our confidence to make a lion out of a kitten. So I found myself here. A teacher, I will never understand how they do it. Seemingly opening their heads to share all that they know, sometimes sacrificing other life benefits to be here. How do they do it? Finding passion in seeing us so higher than them. So I play an ode of gratitude to every teacher out there. Thank you for seeing the lion heart in me when I felt me. My ideas were not good enough. For making me roar out of dismay, for seeing me through flesh and bones, through my inflexibilities and non-compliance. I thank you for making me find myself, for seeing my glory when I thought I had none. Thank you.